Well, really proud of our football team for making it happen. Getting us here to this great bowl event. We talked about it at length since we became bowl eligible, about making sure that we had a winning season rather than just a successful season. There's a huge difference between 6-7 and 7-6, and there's a huge difference between going to a bowl and being a bowl champion. And that meant a lot to our football team, and that's what we set our sights to get done, and we got it done. And I'm really proud of our football team, and in particular our football players.
Coach, you talk about the.
Can we want to have questions for the players?
We want to have questions for the student athletes, and then we'll
Sure.
have questions
Thank
for
you.
the coach.
Absolutely.
If you all can step up one at a time, if you have particular questions, please.
Carson, can you just talk about both onside kicks? I guess was the first one a little bit of a mishit, perhaps, and then what decision to go for it on the second one too?
Yeah, the first one was a big-time mishit. It's supposed to be pretty high up in the air. Haven't really hit one that bad since I've been doing it, but sometimes you gotta be lucky than good, I guess. We said we were going to do it again to them if it worked, and if they didn't change their alignment, and if they did change their alignment, we'd kick it deep and it'd mess up their return. So they didn't change their alignment, so we hit it again, and it ended up working a little bit better.
Did you guys just notice something on film with their guys dropping back?
Just their alignment on the right side just seemed really open. We had a bunch of mismatches out there, kind of outnumbered them.
Carson's in a dream scenario to recover an onside kick?
Yeah, definitely. Anything I can do, anything besides make a field goal or a kickoff or something, do something a little bit different. It's always fun. A lot of guys that came up to me and talking about they think it's a record that a kicker's never recovered his own punt and an onside kick. But it was fun. I like doing that kind of stuff, and that's about it.
What advantage you guys seem to have on special teams, both the onside kicks, return a kickoff 99 yards?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with we have a special teams coordinator. That's his job to look for problems in their returns and their special teams. And I think that we showed that it's well worth it to have that.
You have questions for any of the other student athletes?
Raheem, you've been talking about wanting to break the streak all year, and you've been really close. What happened on this one?
I just felt like coming together and stuff like that. We had a big opportunity to just bust one, and we all got pumped up and figured out that we're going to take it to the house.
Did you get touched?
Yeah, I did get touched by a couple of players.
On the return, it opened up and...
Yeah, I just seen daylight. I seen that touchdown in the end zone. I was going to sprint.
Do you feel like you're going to have to get used to teams kicking away from you now? Because they did that, I think, on their next two kick returns.
I mean, yeah, we'll make the adjustment later on, but I feel like I'm going to just do what I have to do and try to do my best,
Any more questions? Okay, any more questions for any of the other athletes?
Joe, who's on the end? Is that Akeem? Joe.
It's okay.
Akeem, the bizarre nature of this game. Joe first. Nice way to enter your career this fashion.
Yeah, we kept it exciting. I think I heard a couple guys. This game kind of was really a lot like our season. Some ups and downs and, the ebb and flow of everything. But, it made it a lot of fun. They're obviously a very talented offense with very good players, very good receivers. So to come out on top, means a lot to us, especially the senior class.
Joe, can you talk about forcing 7 turnovers?
Yeah, that's something that our defensive coaching staff really preaches, each and every day. We have every practice that we have, a section of it is dedicated to just ball disruption and creating turnovers. And I thought we did a very good job with that today. Their quarterback is very, very accurate, and he's a very good player. And we were able to mix up some coverages and disguise some stuff and create some turnovers. So that obviously had a huge outcome on the game. Their last possession, where you forced a final turnover, how nerve-wracking was that at the start? Knowing what was at stake? It was nerve-wracking, but as a defender, you kind of want the game to come down to you. You want to be out on that field, when the game is on the line. And I think the defensive line was kind of getting frustrated at times, particularly early in the game when they got rid of the ball very, very quickly. And every time they thought they'd have a shot at the quarterback, he'd get it out right in time. So I told him to just keep on grinding, keep on getting after him, and it'll pay off. And I think at the end of the game, they really started getting some pressure, and obviously that last play was huge.
Just the role that good and play and being in a position today, I think you guys have some different alignments than what we've seen before.
Yeah, and we knew that when they came out and empty, they weren't going to try to disguise anything. They weren't going to try to run that quarterback. They were going to throw the ball. They were going to spread us out and try to throw the ball. And with Gerald being such a good athlete and a pretty good cover guy for a defensive end, we thought we'd drop him out in the middle. And kind of let us be more aggressive on the outside, on the perimeter. And, I think he obviously did a very good job with 2 interceptions. We just got to teach him how to carry the football.
Last question, and then one question for the MVP.
Joe, how did Carter compare to some of the top Big Ten quarterbacks you played against over the career there, Cousins and players like that?
He, right up there with the best that I've played. He manages that offense incredibly well and plays with a lot of confidence. I've played against some unbelievable quarterbacks at my career. Russell Wilson and guys like that, and he's right up there with them. He doesn't miss on many passes. He makes the correct checks when he needs to, and he just manages that offense really, really well. So I was very impressed with him, and we knew that he was a good player going in and someone we were going to need to contain.
Any questions for Akeem Severs, our MVP?
You knew you were going to have a chance with Ralph going down. You didn't practice, take any kind of contact in all the bowl prep, right? I mean, did you feel prepared what you did today?
Yes, ma'am. I feel prepared. I took a lot of mental reps at practice, and I spent hours in the film room just trying to figure out tendencies and what they like to do. So I knew that once I got my chance, I was going to do good, and everybody was behind me, the offensive line, my running backs that were behind me, so we made it a team effort.
You talked about you guys were 2 out of 3, you didn't get to this stage, and then you get here, you guys perform the way you do. Can you talk about the potential toughness that you saw you and your teammates over this last month or so?
Yeah, we've been through a lot on this team, so it's not really, we're really made for things to go this way. So I think just being in this predicament, it was really nothing different for us. We've been through it plenty of times, and we knew how to handle ourselves.
How glad are you that your coach got an extension? You can kind of build some momentum and not have to worry about that issue.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I didn't even know his contract was up, but I'm just glad he's here. He brought me in and showed me great love, and just was a great coach. I'm just proud to be under him and just try to keep a winning legacy here at Purdue.
Keem, after the concussion, were you concerned about taking that first hit at all?
No, sir, not really. I knew only thing I was worried about is us coming up here and winning and playing hard. The concussion was a minor detail to me, and I just felt like we came out here and played hard, I would be all right.
One last question.
That long run kind of get you going a little bit?
Yes, sir, most definitely. It kind of surprised me. I knew it would happen, but I didn't know when. And for it to happen so early in the game, it kind of just took all my jitters away.
The last question. Thank
You
you,
guys,
gentlemen.
first quarter, you guys kept getting into Western territory, and then the drive would stall out. What was working better in the second quarter, where you guys were able to finish off the drives?
We came together at halftime, just talked about what we needed to do, and just things clicked. Everybody was together on the same page, and we all decided that we're going to go out here and put more points on the board. So that's what we decided to do.
Thank you, gentlemen. We have a few questions for the coach.
Other Purdue players available outside our locker room.
Great job, guys.